regardless of who you voted for this election cycle, no one is coming to save you. Some of you are a little depressed today. Some of you are ecstatic today. Here's what you need to work on going into 2025 and beyond. Work on making yourself anti-fragile. And if you've never heard that term before, it's from an author by the name of Nassim Taleb. He wrote The Black Swan, a best-selling book, and Anti-Fragile. And loosely put, anti-fragile means introducing stressors into your life that make you unbreakable. It gets you to a point in your life where you're more independent, and it won't matter which administration is in power. And obviously you guys know that I'm a mortgage and real estate broker, so one of the ways you can formulate a plan to make yourself anti-fragile is by owning your own home. And if you already own your own home, make real estate a vehicle that can build wealth for your family so that you don't have to rely on anyone and become more independent. But this video is really a case study on a transaction I did that is a great example. There's so many teachable moments in this transaction, guys. I did one of the most difficult deals I've ever done in my career as a mortgage and real estate broker, and I'm glad I did, right? It's one of those stressors that I'm talking about that made me a better mortgage broker, made me a better real estate professional because of how difficult it was and the challenges we had to overcome. And I'm gonna show you some of the things that you need to avoid if you're a first-time home buyer, or even if you're not a first-time home buyer, to make your deals go more smoothly. Let's get into it. Before we get into the video, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy it. Let's play the video. Okay, so we're here. Amos and Gito, finally, we're here at closing day in your beautiful new house.
Yes.
This was a tough one, guys,
Yes.
right? But we're here, right? We went through so much trying to figure out if we were gonna make it to the closing table.
Yes.
I mean, you guys were referred to me by a very good friend of mine, Mark, right, that I played football with. So the minute he referred you guys to me, it was like you were family to me.
Yeah.
I had to get this deal done.
Sure.
I had to get this deal done because you guys came from one bank to another bank that was giving you a hard time, and then you finally, even when you came over to me, I went from one bank to another bank, and we're here. Tell me a little bit about, just give me a quick synopsis of your experience, and what do you think was the key to getting it done? All right, so I'm gonna stop right there just so I can explain what I meant by even before they got to me, they went from one bank to another bank. As is typical for a lot of business owners, what they do is they write off too much. So when it comes time to purchasing a house, it creates a problem because even though they make very good money, they'll write off too much on their taxes to the point where what's left on line 3 is not enough to show that they can afford to purchase a home. So they either have to make an amendment to their taxes or show other income. In most circumstances, business owners end up having to amend their taxes to show that they do indeed make enough money to purchase a house. This is something I come across a lot with business owners because they're all trying to mitigate the amount of taxes they pay or not pay more taxes than they need to. And unfortunately, those two things clash when you're getting ready to purchase a house because the bank wants to make sure that you're earning enough income to purchase the house that you're looking at.
Finally getting here, we wouldn't do it we wouldn't be able to do it without you. Because you're the one that really step in and do, what you know and what you do best.
I appreciate
to
that.
get us here. And I was telling my husband, I said, listen, I don't know what might do, but he does it well, and we're just gonna trust him. If he said we're gonna close, we're gonna close.
Yes, I
and
appreciate
then
that.
we're trusting the Lord also because we
Absolutely.
won't leave him behind because I believe in prayers and I believe they work.
Absolutely.
So,
And you know what? You guys need to give yourself some credit to Gito and Amos. You guys need to give yourselves credit because of the fact that you were diligent, right? And this is one of the things that I preach to my buyers about being diligent and being prepared, right? Because it's a tedious process.
Yes.
You guys can attest to that. The process is not easy. The banks will ask you for everything except blood.
Okay.
And honestly, I think they're going to start asking for blood soon. Right? Then soon they're gonna start asking for blood. But seriously, go ahead, what were you
It
gonna
was
say?
unbelievable because we try our best. Everything Max said, go up to it, get it done, get it done.
Yep.
You're gonna get there one day.
Yep.
One day,
And
we're
finally,
People underestimate, and this is a part that I deal with a lot, how often buyers underestimate how tedious the process is, how mind-bending and how exhausting emotionally, mentally it is nowadays dealing with a bank and providing them everything they need. And when you think you've given them everything, they're still asking for more and clarification and letters of explanation over minutia, right? And this is where I try to prepare my clients, my borrowers, that, hey, this process is unlike anything you have ever gone through, and you need to be prepared for just a marathon, right? It is extremely tedious, guys, and this is why I commended this couple, because even though we had some hiccups, they were prepared. They were prepared for the most part, like I said, except for a couple of the little hiccups, they were prepared in providing the documents. And, when even though they were getting exhausted towards the end and just like, oh man, I don't know if we can do this, they were prepared and they had all their documents and they provided them. So be prepared for that. And I make these videos because I like when other buyers see the end result.
Yes.
You see the smiles on these people's faces after they've been, listen, it's blood, sweat, and tears sometimes.
Yes.
The anxiety of, because listen, it's your home.
Yeah.
It's your home, it's where you're gonna live, and it's like going through the anxiety and how tedious it is, and it's like, oh my God, I gave them these things 5 times already.
Yeah.
Guess what? We have to do it number 6.
Number 6. And
Right?
we really appreciate you, because the reason why we appreciate Mike, he never say no. We always there for us. Wherever we say, hey Mike, we see a house, let's go.
Let's go.
He
Let's go.
was never tired, never give up, and then he pushed us.
it's really love.
When we wanted to give up, he said, listen, let's go. We're gonna close. And I said, Mike, I don't know how, but you see how, so let's go.
It's you need, and listen, not to toot my own horn, but I remember, and I appreciate you guys saying that, but I tell people the difference between whether or not you get into a house depends on who is representing you.
Yes, definitely.
The difference is, and I say that sometimes, and people hear me say it on social media or say it on my website, but it makes a difference.
Definitely.
It makes a difference, because if you don't have someone who can fight,
Yes.
who can go back to the banks and say, no, this is what it is, then guess what? This will be the difference between whether or not you succeed and get in a house. I'm gonna emphasize this one, even though I said it in that video, I can't overstate this. There's not enough emphasis that I can put on this to wear it out, because your transaction, how your real estate purchase goes, or your sale goes, or your approval for a mortgage, is dependent on the professional you use. And I know it sounds cliche, and it may sound like something that people are like, yeah, whatever, you're just saying that. No, I'm not. It made my jaw drop, some of the things that they told me that happened. And this is why I emphasize this so much. Vet the professional you're working with. Make sure that there's someone who is going to fight for you. Make sure that there's someone who is knowledgeable about what it is that you're doing, whatever specific type of transaction that you may be doing. It is critical to the success of your endeavor. And here's what's important. We almost forgot to mention this. You guys are not first-time home buyers.
No.
So it's not like you bought homes before. So you see, guys, that don't think that it's because these are not inexperienced people who've never bought a house before. They sold a house a few months ago. They own other properties in different states. So just goes to show you, you don't have to be a first-time home buyer to get guidance, because the market, it can get convoluted sometimes. It can get tedious. Things change. So having someone who can help you, not just with the technical and transactional part of it, but also just to help you to say, hey, keep going. Keep going. Let's go, and we're going to get it done. All right? Give me a call. Give me a call if you need any help, guys. Congratulations.
Yay, thank you.
Guys, I mean, just watching this video again so I can make this video, I've got goosebumps. If you guys could see my arms right now, I have goosebumps going down my arms because of how much it warms my heart. Representation matters. Who you choose to help you go through the process matters. Vet the people who you're working with to make sure that, they know what they're doing and they're gonna look out for your best interest. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Leave comments below, reach out to me, call me if you have any questions, like, share, and subscribe. Talk to you soon.